You were born in Seoul, South Korea, but you grew up in an adopted family in Michigan. In a way, reminds me of the story of Marcus Samuelsson, coming from Africa and then being adopted in Sweden. So your mother, I'm told, I know, tried to create a connection for you to Korea. Uh, but in a way, you didn't feel Korean. So I want to know, obviously, you're born in Michigan. So why not? And if not Korean, how did you identify as a child and then growing up? Has changed?
It's a lifelong journey. I think that anybody has a lifelong journey of self-identifying, whether you're adopted or born biologically into a family. And I was dealing with the lack of connection I had to my culture, feeling bad about it. But the thing about Top Chef and competing on it was when you put yourself out there in such a really big way, a national platform that goes international, all of a sudden you find your people very quickly. And what ended up happening is I went on that show. Within the first few episodes, I started getting messages from adoptees, from Asian Americans, from I knew I was very gay, and I think the assumption was that I was definitely gay. I don't know, maybe my mannerisms gave it away, I don't know. But the amount of people that started bringing me into their community. And I feel like I actively try to bring and reach people, to bring them into the communities that we are part of. Because had no one done that for me, I would have stayed on the outskirts, second guessing if I even belonged in the first place. So that's like a lot of the driving force of wanting to know more about people, their story, and where they want to belong.
This episode of Longer Tables is sponsored by State Farm. When you get a new car or a new home, the first thing you might find yourself saying is, "I cannot believe it," or "This is incredible." But what you really want to say is the one thing that can get you the help you need. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. State Farm is there with the coverage you need for your car, your home, and even boats, motorcycles, RVs, and other things that matter to you. With a State Farm agent, you know someone is there to help you choose the coverage you need. With so many coverage options, it feels good knowing you can find what works best for you and your needs. And when you need ways to get help, State Farm gives you options there too. Whether it is in person or on the phone with your local agent or on statefarm.com or on their award-winning app, State Farm lets you do things your way. So when you need help protecting the things that matter most, remember to say, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
One of the difficulties today that seems everyone or life or the situation wants to put labels on all of us. I remember early on, somebody, I'm gay, and I was like, and so what? I mean, you are you. Oh, I am that, and like, so what? You are you. But seems in this day and age, these days, seems we all need to be putting labels. I think it's important sometimes because some people that speak up about being this or that can be about religion, can be about political identity, can be about if you are gay, lesbian, or straight. It's okay if some people want, especially to speak about it because they want to be making a point because they feel they have to make the point to sometimes defend the rights of people that sometimes they are under attack or unwelcome or that society creates a situation that seems they don't belong. So I love when people speak up and say, I am that, I'm proud of it.
But the difference is where you use your label or something that you associate or identify with and use that as a positive reinforcement for you and other people in your life. Where it becomes a problem is where people put that label on you and then put the limitations that they assume or want to stereotype that label to have, and they put that limitation on you, which then obviously that's not that. You shouldn't go that way. But putting the label to find your place is, I mean, I'm fully proud of all the things that make up who I am.
So imagine with you, right? We can say Korean American chef or Midwestern chef. I mean, I have a feeling that in a way, food, life, I think in a way is even far way more interesting without boundaries. It's like you can be all those things and so many others.
Right.
So do you agree with that?
1,000%. I was just having a conversation with a young man. His name was Max. I don't know if he's here. He's going to be like, why are you talking about me? He was such a lovely guy. He was from Omaha, Nebraska, and he was talking about how he wanted to be, how he loves cooking. And his parents brought him here to the Cayman Cookout because he loves cooking so much. And I said, well, he was like, I just don't know if this is what I should be doing. And I think the beauty, I mean, first of all, at 18, being told that you have to figure out what you're supposed to do for the rest of your life is not okay. It's a little bit of pressure. Full frontal lobe has not been fully developed until your early 20s. Like, you don't know yet. And I was like, the beauty of all of this stuff is you're allowed to change your mind as many times as you want. You're allowed to reinvent yourself as many times as you want. You're allowed to choose a different career, do what you want. And I said, it sounds like you certainly have a family that supports you and will back you on any choice that you want to make. So you're already 10 steps ahead of a lot of people that may not have that support system. And, I think sometimes it's the permission to not know and the permission to be able to figure it out and not have the answer right now is the permission that we need to have.
Yep. Oh, yeah.